Hello all, welcome back to this YouTube channel and I hope you all are doing good. IPA is getting nearer, so I have uploaded a lot of stuff here. You can check it out and I think you all got your IPA admit cards. In this IPA might be Java is there. So I came here with another new question with Java 35 marks IPA question. And also if you have any kind of doubts you can comment under this video or any one of videos regarding IPA. I'll try to get some time and I'll respond for that. I have responded most of all the comments, and if you have any kind of doubts how to solve and if you are facing any issue in solving question, you can definitely comment it down. And also don't forget to share with your friends as well. Let us dive into this video. See here, today we're gonna see another new question. This also came like previous question. This was a previous question, and here I don't have complete question. I have details what we need, but I'll tell you what will be there in the question. It will be somewhat bigger, right? And I took only the main points which are needed. I got this somewhere, and yeah, let us dive into this video. If you see here, if you have seen my last video, you will get some idea what to be noticed in this question. And as this is the second question I am solving, I will tell you again here. You see, they are asking us to create a class with these parameters. If they ask you to create this class, right, we can that should be separate class where the main method will not be in that. So B, we can do this. We can create a class. Let us start creating class. What is this? Let us keep play players player. What is okay here? Int id. For this I will reduce. I'll keep this id. I'll not give big variable names. If you have seen my last video you'll get to know. For reducing time I'll be doing this na. I'll give na as name as na, but we should know what we give, right? Experience. I think the experience matches played, right? It will be in the int matches played. And int is that what is that? Run scored. Rs run scored, yeah. If you know, like a previous video I have explained in detail what happens here. I will be creating a constructor here so that these parameters, like I will pass object to this class from the main method. I'll show you ongoing, you'll get to know. Player. See here as well, I'll do one thing. As you know, I'll create in int a. Next one is string b. Int c. uh, int d. Oh, sorry, int e. Here id is equals to a. This all I'm doing for taking input, guys. If you have any kind of queries, watch my previous video. The first question, which I have solved on movies, based on genre, and there were some parameters there. Based on that, I did that. You watch that video first of all, and here Na is equals to B, EH is equals to C, MP is equals to D, and RS is equals to B. I think here there is a mistake. Int. Yeah. Let us do one thing here. Last time I had did using setters and getters, right? This time, if you wanna compare with that video, I will not set any getters here. Get ID, get and all, right? This time, let us directly fetch this ID. Why? I'll explain a theory for you. Basically, setters and debtors are used in the concept of encapsulation. You know that is that one, right? Based in Java, it is an important topic. It will be in the hoops. What is encapsulation mean? We will hide some data, right? That should user should not need to know that, right? So in that way, when we hide data, we generally we generally give this variables as private. If we give private, we can't fetch these, right? So we create a public setters and debtors to set values and to get values for using those setters and debtors. That is the main concept of creating this actually. That was their concept to know, like to know whether we know this or not. This is the actual way and actual concept of that. But what I said to you, the compiler doesn't know what you do, right? So no need to do that. That reduces time, right? Even though that will work. Or else if you get confusion with fetching these with names, right? You can set you can get, like, you can write, I'll show you. What is it? What is it? Int det id. You will write this way, right? Here just you should return id is that, right? So when you fetch something like this, right, we'll just write dot get id. It is like a method which you have created. So I'll remove this for this time. No need to use this for this video. Before, in the last video, I did in that way, right? In that way, right? So let us do in the somewhat not new way. Just a fetching is different. So here, wait, I'll complete this. uh, Now one class is done. See, this is what they said. If you see any other solutions and all, you will not find this way, because they use all setters and datas. They give private for this and all. So in the last video as well, I completed just in a 60 lines. And let's see here, class main. Here, why I am giving main, because in this online GDB, this class is main, right? Main.java. So that I have given main here. Public static void main. This is main method. String args. I can do this in VS Code and wherever, guys, but auto completions will not be in auto completion. Auto corrections will not be in that compiler, right? So I am trying hard, and I am trying in online GDB itself. So it gives a real scenario kind of thing, because Iron Light compiler will not be with us, right? So I am giving you a real scenario. So here, if you see, now the case comes. We should fetch these values. Right? These are inputs, right? We should fetch these values and we should store in this class. So this class behaves like an array. We will create an array here. Array, mm, player p is equals to new player. If you see here, these data will be always constant. See here, there are five parameters, right? If we take five parameters from here, one, two, see cursor, it is moving, right? Two, three, four, five. This all becomes one object, right? One not one two. This becomes second object. This becomes third object. This becomes fourth object, right? That means there are only four objects. That means four subarrays. Take it as four. Like array size will become four here. Okay. After this, we should do one thing. We should fetch this, right? Like we should read this, right? This data. So import java dot util dot star. So we can import scanner sc is equals to new. Variables are your wish, guys. You can take whatever in, but remember what you gave to particular parameter, right? Now let us do this. Now if you see, for int I is equals to 0, I is less than, we should give 5 here, plus. If you see here, we should give 4 here, because only there are only four objects, right? So here int a is equals to sc dot next int, because first parameter is integer. Here, from here itself we can see, right, which we gave previously. Also you can also see from question here. Here string b is equals to sc dot next line, int c is equals to sc dot, let me copy this because each and everything is same right here, like three parameters are same, right? So I'll copy this as well, copy and paste. I'll change variables afterwards. uh, it will save some time, guys, right? E, right? If you see here, when for first iteration at a time, this value, this value, this value, this value, this value takes, right, it will be stored here. And p I is equals to new player here, a comma b comma c comma d comma e, where what happens here, each and every value will be first this value stored in, it will be stored here, and it will pass constructor here, and it will be assigned to each and every id, and right, id na, it will be assigned to this, and this entire, like it will become another array, and it will be stored in this first array. This is the use of this class of what do you say, class array. Here you have created an array, right, using class name, like java class name. This will act like this, and it will be stored here. And now let us see if the data is stored here or not, and we will get to know what we did wrong. I have made some wrong. I wantedly did that to show what happens. So I'll copy this because we should iterate the same number of times, right? And I'll remove this. Oh, sorry. Here, what happens if I give p any index dot dot? What do we need? Let us give id here. Dot id. I'll run this. Before running, I didn't give input. What should it take, right? If I run, I'll show you in online GDB. If we run like this, okay. Oh, almost all right. It is. Here I forgot to give braces like square brackets. This was a small mistake I done. See here, it should not be capital letters. It should be small letter, right? So I'll run this. I will show you what happens. If you observe this, this is waiting for input, right? Because we can't enter all this input, right? Each and everything. So what I do, what I'll do here, there is a flexibility. I'll show you. If you click on text here, I can copy this entire input and I can paste there. Copy, paste. Here, let us remove this extra spaces. Yeah. Now let me run this. Let's see what happens. I think there is no output, right? So see here, I'll show you one thing here. In that compiler, there is one thing which you should know. Here, whenever you int dot uh, sc dot next int, right, you should also give, you should also mention sc dot next line, because until that it will not go to next line. I'll show you. Here also you should give that. It will take that input and it will stay there itself. So if you see now, see the magic here. What happens, generally after taking this input, it doesn't go down. So for sending the cursor down, I am writing sc dot next line. I think here that is not needed. Only when this ends, right? It in for loop starts, right? So for loop starts, but the cursor which is on this line, right? This line, it doesn't go to next line, so that it will be there itself, and it will not take any input. Let us see if I removed that one, right? No, I think here also we need this thing. You can check it out in your compiler while running this question. See here. After that, we are making it to jump to another line. So let us see here. Now dot id we got answer, right? We got data, right? Like every id that means it is correctly storing. Okay. Now id we are fetching id. Let us see what is the see name. What if I give dot na here? Let's see if it is taking right or not. Yeah, it is working. Then it is working. Then no issue with that. uh, Let me trial error this once. Okay, it is working. I think it is facing issue with this. After that it is going, but make sure to trial and error if it is working. Like check whether the data is storing or not by printing that data which is being stored. After storing, however, you should know, like if data is coming outside, that means it is storing perfectly, right? We can't print out any each and everything here, right? It's just we should see only one thing, so that we can understand whether it is running or not. So for now I will comment out this. If we need, we can see it in. Now taking input is done. Here comes the real thing. Here generally what they will ask you to do, that they will ask you to create a static method and send this array data to that, and they will tell some logic to do, and you should get the same like a resulted array outside to the variable where it has been, the starting method has been called, and there you should do some logic. This all they will be given here. So if you read that, you'll get to know that. And what I do, I'll never create any static methods. They need they need output, right? So that I'll just write logic on the go. See what I do, here they are asking, calculate the average of the players in that innings depends upon the target. See here, once you read this data, right? However, they'll give some extra data under that. See, like that, it will be in the examination. You don't feel that why this extra parameter is there, because see, 5555 is done, right? Until here, four objects with the five parameters are done. But this is a extra parameter kind of thing, right? So this is the number which they have given for performing logic. So that if you see here, first what they are telling, they are asking you to calculate average of the players. If you see average of the players, right, then you should definitely strike from the given parameters. How should I find average? If you know the formula of the average, these things also you should know. Basic math, right? You should be able to know. Generally, what is average mean? If uh, if there are three students got 50 50 50 marks, what is the average? How do you do? Like you will make the sum of the runs, like sorry, sum of the scores by number of the, or do we say number of the students, right? In this case, if you see these parameters, matches played are there, runs scored are there. If you see this, if you calculate in this way, runs scored divided by matches played, done, right? We will get average, right? So let us go and let us see what to do. For here, same, once the parameter is with the four parameters or with four objects, right? Same comes here. Int I is equals to 0, I is less than 4, I plus plus. Here we should find average, but we should not find average for every each and every player. There they gave a like logic what to write here. Depends upon the target, they said here. Target, here I know what is the target, but this is not clear here. Generally the target what they are speaking is, like they have given 100 here, right? They are asking us to compare this 100 100 with matches played. You know, right? Target. It is means the matches played, which they are speaking about. Here, this question is not pretty much clear, right? This target is nothing but they are asking based upon depends upon the target. This target is here matches played based upon the. Let me do this. Matches played like greater than or equals to. Because how do I know this means? Because from here I have seen that we got output, right, like three players output we got. So I got to know depends on matches played. They had given one parameter here, right, one variable. Based on this we should check whether each of the cricket player who has matches played more than this number, okay, more than that numbers, we should find first of all. Like, let us see, I'll show you. If I'll do pi dot matches played, what is the variable of matches played? MP, right? MP is greater than or equals to. Here if you see, we have read we have taken input of all this, right, but we did not take for this, right? So before for loop we should take this also, like int like we will take target is to sc dot next. What is that? Next int, right? So this here, if it is greater than or equal to target, then what I do, this is the best approach. Like, don't ever write this entire logic here itself. First of all, let us fetch the result array. Always remember, there will have a main array, and here let us create a result array as well. Like, I will do this. See, in the previous video as well, I have shown result array res. For every question you can do this, like in this way. Player, for now we will take it as 4 size, right? After that we don't know how many arrays come, how many object comes under result array, right? So if this happens, right, we should do result. Okay, I'll show you. P I. Here, don't give I here. Let us create another variable j. Dynamically we will give a index here, j here. Once j index fills, right, j plus plus, do j plus plus. It is very useful variable for one variable. It will help as two ways. I'll show you how that is. See what happens here, based on this logic they are asking us to calculate average of the players, but not for all the players. The players who played matches more than the given, like what they have given, right, more than that players average only we should calculate. And those averages are also should be in this form. Like, we should do some other some conditions, we should apply some conditions here. So if after writing this logic, let us run, see, we can use this again. I'll uncomment this. But this time we are checking result array, right? Result array. But here size, size. Now result array we don't know. Manually, if we check here, who played more than 100 matches here? It is the fourth parameter, right? One. Sachin played. I think Sehwag played. Dhoni played. Kohli not played, guys. You don't hurt if you are a Kohli fan. It is just a question. Again, don't write comments under this. If you need, I'll change this as well, like for 570. Don't bother. See here, there are the jokes apart, guys. If you see, there are three players, right? I don't manual. If I check manually, these three players are played more than 100 matches. Let's see if these three player names are coming here or not. If that is coming, right, then 50% of this question is done, right? So I'll check now. See here, if we are printing result array, first of all we give size array is 4, right? But we don't know now how much it is. See what I'll do, I'll just give j here. If you got this logic, you should definitely hit light, because you understood most of these things, and you can easily write IPA as well, like very flexibly. See why I wrote j, I'll tell you. Meanwhile, you can You can analyze your in your way and you can comment it down. I'll chat and I'll give you heart for that, because I'll also feel happy that I am explaining and you are getting. See, I'll run this. See, we should clap now. We should clap now ourselves. We should pat on our back. We should tap on our back. No, no, we should. If you see that, see here Sachin, Sehwag and Dhoni, right? If you need, we can do another thing. If we do zero here, Kohli name also comes. Kohli name came, right? But I'll remove this. We should work only as question, given question, right? And these three names came, right? Now our 50% of this question is done. And guys, I'm giving you a thing. If you are a Kohli fan, you change your input with some other things, and you can also try it out. So if you change something from this input, right? If you change something input, and if you manipulate something, and if you get some different outputs, right? So you are being successful in this solving in 35 marks question. That is what we need, right? When we change inputs and if we change some different outputs, right? And if we get different outputs based on that, that means we are getting success solving this 35 marks question. Keep in mind that. And now let us do this. Let us comment this. This is not needed, right? Now the result array is set. Result array is very much set. But here we should focus on one thing here. They are asking us to do one thing. They are asking us to do average, right? So again, I will write a for loop, but this for loop is for result array, not for our main array, which is P array, player array. Int I is equals to 0, I is less than j. Okay, I forgot to tell what is j, right? See, generally what I am do what in a way which I wrote a logic for here is like using this j. I am helping this as I am using this as index for result array, and also at the same time I am using it as count for that result array without without writing a code, like without writing again count code for loop for result array. I am using this j as a length of that array. How you know? At the starting time, when this entire, like if it matches here, right? When it goes into j, it will be 0, right? Zeroth index, it will get filled. Next time j will delta increment, right? Again it will be first index. At the next time it will be second index, right? Then j becomes 3, right? Value 3, j becomes 3. This time it doesn't here when it comes this last array, right? This Kohli array here, it doesn't like the condition becomes false, and this doesn't run, right? That means j value becomes 3. If you give 3 here, the indirectly the length of the result array is 3 itself, right? Then that is working. So in that way it is working. Now I'll do one thing. If here I'll write what I will write, if result I dot we should calculate. Let us do one thing rather than writing each and every time. Let us see. Int, no, 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 average is double, right? Double, keep it in mind, guys, it is double. Runs avg, alright, runs avg. What I will do, res I dot uh, runs stored by, what is runs stored by match player, rs, it is rs divided by result I dot matches played. See, let us see now. Let us do one thing. Before writing this if conditions, let us print this. What happens? Let us see. checking in between is nice that we know, it will become a points where we should change something or we'll get to know. So run average. I will print this. Let us see what happens. So that each time we should get some three data, right? Like three players average we should get. I think okay. Here this will get data in double form, so that we should convert it into double do double. Let's see if that works or not. Oh, there is no variable called re, it is rs. So I said to you, variables are important. See, guys, if you see this, if you see this, we got output, right? Like, if you know, there are three objects here. The first object is Sachin's, so that it calculated Sachin's average and it posted here. Like I wrote a print statement, right? Again, it gave Sehwag's, again, it gave Dhoni's. So it is working. So what I'll do, Mm, I'll do. I'll let if they have a logic to do, right. This is based pretty much like we will give grading, right. If you have done some your college experiments, college lab questions, they will get some student marks and you should show what grade he belongs to. So this is the same kind of thing. So what I'll do, now average is there in run average. So if it is greater than or equal to 80, and doesn't work here. So and run average is greater than, okay, it is less than or equals to 100. What we should show here? System.out.println snippet I am using same. We should show grade A. What I'll do suggestion, you just paste this and don't try it on your self, because I also did the same thing. I thought I know good English, but my test has gone. So what I'll suggest you to do this, not with English, basically with false, which they gave as input, which they gave as output, on which I wrote was different. Why I'm telling you my experience is that, so that you'll not do this mistake there. So what I'll do, I'll paste this. I'm very lazy in writing code, guys. I'll just copy paste everything. Like if I write something here, I'll use the same thing. 79. Is it same? Okay, they are asked. Okay, I can do this. It is grade B. Else, else, else. That's all. They are asking. They are asking to keep this grade C. Let me run this. See, if you see this, we achieved output. See, I don't know. Even this question finished in 60 lines, guys. I don't know why it happened. Both questions are different questions, but this also completed in 60 lines itself. Even previous question completed in 60 lines. This as well completed in 60 lines. So if you see this logic, and you can implement as same as this for each and every question, guys. If they give another, like I'll show you another thing by my own. I'll try to give by my own. Okay, what is there? Experience. See, this is one logic, right? What if they ask you to print data of the, like to print players data who has experience uh, more than 10 years? What do you say? How was this? How is this? See, I will write here. You try it out. I will write here. You can do this thing. Display player name. Guys, this is your, what do you say? This is your task today. Once you complete watching this, you implement this and write under this comment section, guys. Where should I write this question? I'll write here. You can see this, right? Or else I'll do one thing. I'll write here. I'll write comment and I'll write task for you. Display. I'll write. I'll not mention each and every parameter here. I'll just mention. I'll mention what is that? I'll mention. Wait a minute. Display player name. This is a task, guys. If you do this, I think you are much ready for exam. Player name, and I'll give you a twist here. You do one thing. Player name, player ID, and that player's average. How is this, guys? Player's average. This is enough, guys. See, based on I'll give you if experience of the player is more than 10 years. Do this, guys. Do this and mention your this piece of logic is enough. Logic in comment section. Let's see who does this. Let's see. You're okay, right? I think you're pretty much okay. And still, if you have any comments, you can comment it down, and you can also join my Telegram channel. These days, I am getting a lot of DMs how to prepare for APA and how to do. So I'll create a poll sometimes there. You can join that Telegram channel, and don't forget to watch my previous Java question. It is most important. It will be helpful for you. Watch this and do this task, days. You know, right? I think you have understood this. Do this task. I have given extra. They have given only one method, like one logic to do, right? What I'm asking you now, do you know, right? You do this with this thing, and you'll get to know what to do. Okay, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And also, I wanted to tell you one thing, that most of our videos are being watched, but most of the people who are watching are not subscribed to this channel. So please make sure to subscribe. So if you subscribe and share and like, it will reach to most of the associates. And that's all, guys. Let us meet in our next video. Until then, bye.